Oh, goodness. Can you hear me? Uh, let's see. Welcome to the live chat, blah, blah, blah. Is it, what does that mean? Share screen, uh, mute. There's the sound. If anybody's there, could you raise your hand so that I know that, let's see. No, 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 no. Here I am back again. Okay, so I hope I'm live. Should I just start talking? Live. It says live. Maybe nobody's there. Maybe I don't know. Oh, hi, Sandra. Okay, great. Pat Harris, wonderful. And who else? Pamela, great. So you can hear me, right? Great. I thought that maybe I did. You know what? It's never easy, and I always make mistakes. And but we're live now. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing today with me because I know that it's Memorial Day weekend, and you're going to say, and this is for people who are home right now. And I heard that the weather on the East Coast is supposed to be really bad. And hello, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful. You know what's really funny? I'm laughing. So you can see, no, there. Wait, I'm trying to. So what's funny is I didn't realize how much you could see back there. And it's really terrible. So this is the mirror that I always use when I go when I do videos, and it shouldn't be there. And this, whoops, and this is a little light from IKEA. And what is back there? I don't even know. I've got to redo this set. So you are live. I just found your channel, and it always brightens my day. Rainy here in Michigan. Well, welcome. And I'm sorry it's rainy. It's, what is it like here? It's kind of overcast, but we call it June gloom, even though it isn't June. And what happens is you get up dressed in the morning and you're freezing. Well, you're not freezing, but you're cold. So you wear stuff like I'm putting this on because it's chilly. But give me a few hours and it's going to be boiling, and suddenly the sun, burns off the whatever gloom is there. Am I looking down at you? Should I be looking up at you? Um, Let me know, okay, where I should be looking. Thirsty. Okay, so this all started about perfume. A few years ago, I've got a table here that has the perfumes on them. A few years ago, I started using Moroccan oil shampoo, and I loved it so much. And there was a scent that I loved, and it was called amber. And I am not a perfume conoscente or connoisseur. There's words like sillage, and there's all sorts of words that I don't know. It's the same thing with wine. Do you remember Gallo Hardy Burgundy? I loved You Are Looking Up or Down. Just perfect. Oh, okay. So a few years, do you remember Gallo Hardy Burgundy wine? I used to love it, and I always used to put it into my, um, I used to put, you're going to laugh. I used to put it into my spaghetti sauce, and I used Lowry's spaghetti mix, and I'd put a glass of wine in there, and I I loved it, just loved it. Well, I don't know if Gallo is even a, so why am I telling you this? Oh, because I love Gallo wine. At the same time, there was this wine called Romani Conti that I loved and adored. Well, that's really, really, really fine wine. And it's very, very expensive. But it's expensive now. It wasn't as expensive then. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you that I love that. So I discovered amber, so that I'm not a connoisseur of scents, nor am I a connoisseur of wine. Well, there, we got that worked out. But anyway, so I discovered that I loved amber and started looking for amber. wine, not amber wine, for amber scents, and didn't know what amber was. And you would think that I would go to a department store. You know what? I think this was during COVID. So who went to a department store? But I found this one that I loved. And believe it or not, you know, Quince clothing. Well, they've got shampoo, not shampoo. I think maybe they have shampoo, but they have this perfume and it's called Amber Noir. So this kind of started me on this quest. But I'm not telling you the backstory, am I? I used to be a perfumeista, and I have a big collection of the classics. But since hitting my 60s, I wanted, so I don't smell dated. I'm so excited for this video. So that's what happened. I so I found this amber and I loved it. But I was reading about old women, you know, the smell of old women. And I was wondering, what is that smell? What are they talking about? I don't want, does this sound terrible? I don't want to smell like an old woman. Some of that turns me off, even though I don't know what an old woman smells like. But so this week in preparation, I've been buying scents and not knowing what they smelled like, buying them on, I mean, it's stupid, I know. But I decided one day I went to Sephora and it was really crowded. And there was a woman helping me and I was smelling this and smelling that. And I walked out of there with nothing. Then, I love your first post about lips. Tried the lip balm. Oh, thank you. Is that by, what's her name? Brill Staples. Thank you for watching that. So I didn't buy anything at Sephora because it was too chaotic. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to Nordstrom's. So the other day I went to Nordstrom's and there was a lovely lady helping me and she knew scents and we started smelling things. And I told her I didn't want to smell like an old person, but I didn't know what an old person smelled like. Meanwhile, at home, I know I'm jumping around. I had Fracas. Do you have any idea how old that is? Do you remember, since you all are probably over 50, right? We're in the UK, Kent, which is wonderful. Just love watching you and looking forward to hear. Okay. Do you remember, first of all, you know there's Chanel number 5. And that's I'm going to first talk about old scents, and then we're going to move up. So one of the old scents, still today, is Chanel number 5. I've never liked the way it smelled. It could be the way my nose works. At 85, it may not work the way it used to. It may not have the sense, you know, there are some scents I can't smell. There's a scent, where is it? I bought this Smell Unsmelled. This is called Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. It is one of the most popular, I think, in the past couple of years. How do I get you to see it? There. One of the most popular scents in the country. I ordered it. Smell Unsmelled. I can't smell it. It doesn't have any smell to me. I bought this and I bought it at fragrance.net, so I can't return it. I'll give this to somebody. Wait a second. Yeah, Dolce & Gabbana. People love it. They adore it, right? When I was young, tell me how many of you wore white shoulders? How many of you, anybody here like Chanel number 5? Did you know that there's a new Chanel number 5? It's called Chanel number 5 Low. I thought it was LOW and thinking, what kind of name is that? LOW? It turns out it's L apostrophe EAU. That means water in French. So I smelled it and they gave me one of those. Where are they? Oh, I didn't bring them in. Guys, I don't get it together. One of those smellings, piece of white paper. Why didn't I bring it in? So I smelled it right immediately. I didn't like it, but I had it in my purse and I picked it up later and I really liked it. I'm going to go back and check it out. But do you remember? So there, some of the smells from the, are you interested in the old smells? I've never liked too clo. Okay, so that's where I'm going to start. I started smelling all the old scents. I One of them was Fracas, and I thought I used to wear Fracas. I can't. It's so heavy. And the same thing with, did you wear Obsession? Did you wear Poison? Did you wear Giorgio? Does this bring back memories for you? All of these scents are so strong. I couldn't wear them. I discovered, so in this Estée Lauder, do you remember Youth Do? I'm looking down here at some of the from scents that from days gone by. One of them, one of them that I'm going to try. Oh, remember Charlie, Halston, Yves Saint Laurent Opium. I remember I had all of those. Another one that was, let's see, yeah, Poison. I never wore. You know what? I'm going to give you some gossip. A number of you mentioned that you really like Mademoiselle by Chanel. Is it Chanel or Dior? Maybe it's Dior. Um, and the woman there said that it's changed. It used to be a beautiful smell, but what has happened is that they don't have the oils that they used to. They've watered it down, so it's not the Mademoiselle that you used to love. You know how they change lipsticks, makeup. It's always changing. They've done Coco Matte. It's beautiful, and a lot of people, as I go on with a normal life, have asked which perfume I'm wearing. I tried it and it didn't work on me. That's so there are a lot of people who wear Mademoiselle and it must work. It also has to do with your body chemistry. Horrendous. My grandmother wore it and could hardly stand it. That's what I mean. Everybody is different. So here I am. I spent 2 or 3 hours in Nordstrom's. And you know what you do when you need to freshen your nose? What you do is you smell coffee. Well, I use Nespresso, so I don't have the coffee beans. But you go, what she had me do was smell not my pits, but smell my elbows to get a different smell into my nose, because I found what I learned about myself. I don't like heavy perfumes. I like light perfumes. Why am I looking over here? Um, I was wearing one of the perfumes I like is Clinique Calyx, and I know it smells like grapefruit to me. Now, I love grapefruit, the smell of grapefruit. I think it's very fresh tasting. What I discovered is that I think an old lady smell is a heavy smell. That I mean, you never hear about Joy. Nobody talks about Joy. Remember, it used to be the thing. Nobody talks about Shalimar. Those are all too rich for me. I think a youthful scent is a fresh scent, that it's of today, of something fresh. I love, remember when green tea came out? I can't remember who put that out, but I've always loved that smell. So that I bought this one of the this is almost gone. You can see that. So this is Bulgari Eau Perfume OT. So it's green tea. And I'm sure that I bought, now wait a second. I'm sure I bought it on some kind of fragrance. Let's see, Coco Mizell is beautiful, and a lot of people love it. Horrendous. Sandy, what happened to captions? Oh, guys. Um, why aren't you here? Feedback. You know why there aren't captions? It's because the computer doesn't know what I'm going to say. When this is published, I'll tell it to have captions, but that's why. Um, so young people yes, young people do wear perfume. For my youth, if you were wearing Estée Lauder, youth do. Yes, you're right. You'd arrive. Smelling it now, it's horrid. So right. It's so dated. What are people wearing now? I'll tell you. Well, first of all, I was do you remember you know Sarah Jessica Parker? You can set the captions for the live video. I looked for that and you can't. It's because if I could, tell me how to do it and I'll do it. Oh, it's Ronnie. Hi, Ronnie. Tell me how to do it because um, I don't know how to set it for what is this? This is create highlight video stream. I'm looking at all the well, one plus um, uh, do I can't do a Google search right now. Um, I'm sorry. You do a Google search and you tell me how I can set up captions while I'm recording. Temps, I knew one of you would tell me. I used to love L'air du Temps by Nina Ricci. You're absolutely right. I've been searching for that perfume. I'm going to try it out again. I have the same problem. I don't like the heavy smells anymore. But I discovered Joe Malone. I've got a question about Joe Malone. I don't think it lasts. Does it last? I don't think so. Does it last on you? I'll try it out. I somehow never got to Joe Malone. What I got to, do you know about Le Labo? Now, Le Labo is oh, no, I want to go back to Sarah Jessica Parker. I know I'm making you crazy. So, Sarah Jessica Parker, when she was creating her scent, she wanted it to smell dirty. And I thought, what? I can't stand. Yes, you're right. Amique Goutal is another one to smell. I wear whatever my laundry detergent smells like. I'm meta. Okay, so somebody's making a very good point, and that is I do not wear perfume on the day I'm going to see a doctor, go to a hospital, get tests. I don't wear any perfume because I think that's I there may I think that's offensive, so I don't wear that. This one does. Fabulous French perfumes. Joe Malone definitely doesn't last, but I vitally it's wonderful and then gone. So I want perfumes that last. So I'm going back to Jessica Parker and Dirty. So when I was testing fragrances, um, one of the fragrances I was looking at here's so this is Le Labo. Grasse is wait a second. I have to figure out what I'm doing. Grasse is the region in France where all the flowers are made and where they create perfumes. I found that I don't like um, artificial perfumes that aren't made from real ingredients. Um, did you know that Joe Malone is now owned by Estée Lauder? Little bit of information. So I went to all of these, so I was telling you, I've been wearing Calyx, which is fresh tasting. I, what is the other one here? And this is by Clarins. Oh, have a smell of that. I can't say that it's fruit. I can't say that it's flower. I don't know, but people really like it and I wear it and people really like this. My husband noticed that I was wearing this yesterday, but when I was am I making you all crazy? When I was at Le Labo, so I discovered a scent there that I love. Where is it? Here it is. So Le Labo is in New York and Los Angeles and on 3rd Street if you live here. And I was testing all sorts of their scents, and some of them smelled dirty. I hated there's Santal 36 that everybody's wearing, and then but there's this Neroli 36 that I love. I'm not going to describe it. It's because I don't know how to describe it. It's a light, sweet, but not sickening sweet. So what they did there, they mix at Le Labo. I'm trying to figure out at Le Labo what. I'm sorry. Are you all having a good laugh on me? What they do is they have a little cubicle and they make the scent immediately for you. Uh, So they make the scent right there and then for you. They have all the oils and all the mixtures. If you want to wear one of those heavier classics, only spray one spray behind each knee. By the time it warms up, it makes your nose, it often smells better. Works for youth dew. I'm not buying youth dew. I'm not going to do it. But if you've got it, this woman had, what's her name? Mary has a great idea. You just use like one drop behind your knee. Neroli is fantastic. Who makes Neroli 36? It's by Le Labo. And I'm not sure where they have a Le Labo, I don't want to say cubicle, but it's like this very professional cubicle at Nordstrom's, and they have it at Nordstrom's. I was in Century City. Um, it's beautiful. They have it on 3rd Street. You can order it by mail, I'm sure. These old farts don't like any scents. I wore organic. What do you mean, old farts? I hate that word. Come on, Ronnie. I wear organic oils from Young Living. They are turned off. They are turned off by anything. I don't know what that means. Who makes Neroli? Le Labo. I used to wear a grassy scent. Wait a second. But the product disappeared. No kidding. So I'm trying to get Elizabeth Arden. Now I've forgotten the name, but I'll post it. It's not. I couldn't find it in any store, so I had to order it from Amazon. I'll let you know. It's an age thing, and I hate it. It's so frustrating. I agree. So so after smelling all of these scents, I discovered I like very, very light. Not only light. So there's this scent. There's this company, and I don't know the name of it. What is the name of it? Oh my goodness. And I put it, I can't find it. Is it oh, here. Okay. So this is La Rosie Perfume Marley. So Marley is a very hot brand. I don't like rose scents, but I love this. This is not a heavy rose. This is you can see, it's hard doing things backwards. I'll put the names of these. But people always include this Malay. Now, these are expensive. You know what? I spend a lot of money making these videos, buying makeup. I spend a lot of money. And I've always never wanted to spend a lot of money on perfume. And then I thought, you know what? You're spending it on makeup. Why not spend it on perfume? And not only that, I'm 85. And there's a line that says, drink the good wine now. You know what? I'm doing it now while I can and enjoying it. So I did spend a lot of money on both of these. But you know what? I'm drinking the good wine now. Not only that, treat yourself if you can afford it. I know that everything's crazy. People are talking about gas being $4. Do you know what it is in LA? It's over $6. I mean, it's crazy. So buy what you can afford and what smells good and what you like. There's all sorts of prices in perfumes. I also used to wear, you're going to love this, Donna Karan Cashmere Mist. But what I loved was another one I really like is La Belle et Vie. Who is that by? Great. Okay. So I loved Cashmere Mist by Donna Karan, but I loved what my grandchildren loved the way I smelled. And I was trying to figure out, I didn't put perfume on today. What are they smelling? Turns out it's the deodorant. Their deodorant is divine. If you want a great scent for $32, wear their deodorant. What happened then, it started irritating my arms, my armpits, and so I stopped wearing them. I'm going to try, don't laugh. What would happen if I put deodorant on my elbows or on my wrists? I mean, would I be crazy? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try wearing the deodorant on my wrists and my um, uh, what is this called? Elbow. Um, I think, wouldn't that be a hoot if it really smelled good? As I say, my grandchildren always said, "You smell so good, Grandma." It was the deodorant. So what I did buy, and I'm going to tell you, do not buy this. Do not buy this now because it's way too expensive. I did it because I wanted to show you guys. It's the Donna Karan body lotion, and right now it's too expensive. Just don't buy it. But in July they're going to have the Nordstrom sale, and it's going to be much less. So I'll let you know about um, the body lotion. So I took a shower today, and it's not a strong smell, but every now and then you get a whiff of it, and it's kind of like on my pajamas when I take a shower at night, and you don't get a strong smell, but there's just enough. It makes you feel good. If you have a nice smell and a light smell, I sometimes put some patchouli on a handkerchief just to return to the 70s. I don't, because that lasts for days. Do you just buy patchouli? Is it a powder? I don't know what it is. Um, Love Cocoa by Chanel. I'm going to go and do some more testing. And Ronica, um, fellow Angelino, I think we call the weather May gray. Do you layer your scents? No. Do you? I don't even know how. But I'd put another layer on me. Is that what you say? Put another smell. I'll try it. But will I be able to smell me? I don't know, but other people layer it. Um, I didn't think, Ronnie, I know you're not a troll. Um, Belated hello from, so Des. So Beauty by Des, I still call you Beauty by Des, has a YouTube channel. She's a British YouTuber, and her favorite scent, am I right, is Libre, Libre, by Yves Saint Laurent. And she's got she must, I think Des has a really good scent of scents. But you know what? It doesn't work on me. I can't even smell it. I've tried it because I test Des. I trust Des's taste. There's I've been asking everybody, what is your scent? And so far, I'm not clicking with anybody. But Des has great taste. So try Yves Saint Laurent Le Libre. A lot of people love it. I don't. It doesn't work on me. Um, Patchouli. So is patchouli, very popular around hippies. Lavender oil. I do love the smell of lavender, and I plant lavender, and it's wonderful when you walk by it. It's this divine scent. Or you rub your hands on the blooms, and it's wonderful. You know what I should do is put lavender in my linen closet, and that would be I'm Ronnie, and I'm not a man, and I'm 75-year-old grandmother living in Florida. I know, Ronnie, you're not. Don't worry. I just don't like being called an old fart. Um, uh, Des has great style, absolutely. So again, Des has a new name. It's Des Style, Beauty, and Living, something like that. But if you look for Beauty by Des, you'll find her. Um, anyway, so should I put this on? These are just light scents. And I think, to be honest, to not smell like a grandmother, I think you need to up your game just as you do with clothes. Although I don't care what grandmothers are wearing. If they're a grandmother, they've been through a lot, and they can wear whatever they want. And they can do the same. But scent kind of gets to you. Scent, you want to scent, you want to smell fresh. I know I do. So this, I'm going to put on the neroli. My husband smelled, I never even finished what I was talking about. So she took a tissue paper, and she sprayed the tissue paper, and she said, put it in your car, and your car is going to smell divine. So she sprayed this, and my husband was with me, and he smelled this Neroli 36, guys. It really smells good. How do you put it on? I put it kind of, I even spray my hair. Maybe you're not supposed to. I have to let it dry down. Anybody know what silage means? And there are certain age we need, after a certain age. I think you're right. I think after a certain age, um, does so who was it? Lisa, who makes those brushes, uh, was talking about an oil perfume. And you know what? I bought it because of her recommendation. I couldn't smell it. It didn't smell. I couldn't smell it. I thought it was a joke. I just gave away White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. Too strong. Those those scents from the 60s and 90s. What are some of the colors? Um, um, like the 80s, powerful, when we wore, um, you know, shoulder pads and big poofy hair, and like Giorgio. It's not, we have to move on. And I think the answer is wearing light scents. And you've got to go to a store. Let's hear it for grandmothers wherever they are in the world. Absolutely. I mean, enough of this putting grandmothers down. And they talk about grandma core, that people are now doing things like um, doing puzzles, playing Scrabble, knitting, crocheting. They're wonderful for a great reason. It's not just grandmothers, it's because they're wonderful pastimes. I put great smelling perfume on a poise pad and stick it inside the garbage can. It makes the kitchen smell fabulous. Is that hysterical? Let's hear it for that. It really is funny. Where would I put it? Um, I think that's a great idea. I never smell my garbage. I take it out. So and I wash things that I put for recycling so that it doesn't smell. Um, I guess what the bottom line is. So I think that we older women, it's time to move, to change. I'm going to get rid of my fracas. I'm going to get rid of. I don't have any of the really strong scents. Um, I'm going to, as I say, it was two of them. But there are things like this from Clarins that have a great smell. I think it's time to go out and start smelling perfumes and find the one, just as I can't smell certain ones, find the ones that appeal to you. And a cream fragrance you're right. I love a cream scent. Maybe I'm tired of vanilla. Um, are you? Uh, I mean, I love vanilla. I put vanilla in my waffles. I put them in pancakes. You know what else I do? I take vanilla beans and I put them in my sugar. So I've always got vanilla beans in my sugar, so that sugar smells not only like sugar, but vanilla beans. Um, Aromatherapy diffuser in my kitchen and bedroom with essential oils. I don't know if I'd want to smell stuff all the time. I think my nose would get kind of bored by it. But I love, as I say, I love putting on this Donna Karan body lotion or any other body lotion that appeals to you. And you may be the only one that smells it, and you may only smell it when it surprises you. And you know what? It's kind of a treat to have it surprise you, or a whiff that is on your clothing and you smell it, and it brings a little bit of joy. I don't know about aromatherapy. I can't get. I'm definitely over the vanilla scent. I think it's been done. That and kale. I don't want kale Caesar salad, and I don't want vanilla perfume. It's just done. It's not. It's not constant. Diffuser's on a timer. Yeah, and you say, well, wait a second. Do I want vanilla in my sugar? Absolutely, because it's going to sweeten up whatever you eat or drink. So my sugar smells fabulous. Um, Vanilla makes me sick. There are some people who are allergic to vanilla. I don't know if that's Des. but there are certain people that are allergic to vanilla, which I didn't know about, uh, and scents, and they can't wear scent, and they don't want scent in their clothes. I can understand that. Do I have scent in any of my? I don't think that most of the makeup I wear has scent anymore. Um, I don't know about you. Um, do you remember what your mother wore? I don't remember my mother wearing perfume. I do remember. Do you remember that mascara that was in a little? It was not a cube. Well, maybe it was a cube, and you used to take a mascara brush and go like this. Rub it. Did you spit on the brush and then rub it in the mascara? Do you remember those days? And I guess those were the days of Pond's, because Pond's is still there and still working and still great. Um, Real beans are okay. Phony scent is sickening. No, I take vanilla beans and put them in the sugar. Real beans. My mother wore Kalish. Yes, I did too. I love that. And let's see, youth dew, of course. And everybody used to put youth dew in your bathtub. Remember, you put a few drops. Now you wouldn't touch it. It's just too strong. You know what I have got? Oh, so wait a second. Where's that? This Calyx. They also have. This is by Clinique, and they also have Happy. I think Happy is too rich. I remember the mascara and the spit. I was right. It was spit. My mother loved Evening in Paris. I remember the deep blue bottles. Yes, I do too. Um, Avon Avon creams, and they do sell some. I've never smelled that. My mother wore Je Reviens. I've heard of that. Wherever she and my dad went, whenever they went out. Arpege, yes, arpege. Don't you? Oh, and Jean Naté. How many of you wore Jean Naté? And Joy, you're right. Remember, we all wanted to wear Joy, and I've smelled it recently, and I don't want it anymore. Aren't I lucky? Um, the big perfume that's really big now is called Baccarat Rouge, and it's by, I can't remember the name, but it is the scent. Baccarat Rouge. Everybody wants to either smell Baccarat Rouge or buy a copy. Um, and I smelled it and I didn't like it. But I saw that also. It was but if you read about scents that people love, one of them is Baccarat Rouge. Marley perfumes, the pink one is very, very, very popular. Um, do any of you remember Happy? Is it really strong? I used to always wear Clinique's Aromatics Elixir until they reformulate. Thank you, because yes, so I bought the white aromatics because I remembered liking it, and you're right. I think they reformulated it. I did one. I don't like it either. They don't tell you that they're reformulating it, but I don't like it either. You're right. Whoever made Joy also made another, but what was the name? Come on, we got to help each other. I remember the mascara that you spat. My big sister used to think it back in the day. Elixir, yes, it's an oil and it lasted all day. What elixir? What are we talking about? The aromatics elixir. You know what? It's too strong now. I don't like it. It's old. It's old smelling. Um, what were some of the other things? I was so excited about doing this, and I'm going to do it again because I love talking about perfume. You'd think I'd know more, wouldn't you? Uh, it makes Amberley saffron. It's a dupe of, yes, everybody wants, now, Dossier. I don't know that scent. So I was asking my niece who lives in Belgium about what scents she likes, and she likes these off-brand, that people have their own scents that are, small scents. I don't know. I haven't checked that out. So far I have so many samples to try at the stores. My nose went crazy. It was almost like too much. I smelled this at Sephora and I thought I liked it. I got it home and I don't like it. Oh, something else I'm telling, this is really switching. No, but Do you think they fake it? You know, do you think that's why I can't smell it? Huh. They do have samples. Um, Maybe I'll get more samples. Although I'm so excited about, well, as I say, I just wound up with two, but you know what I want? I want really a fresh, clean not tasting, a fresh scent. Anybody have recommendations for a real, and that it's not light blue by Dolce Gabbana? Everybody should try it because at one point it was the biggest selling perfume and it's supposed to be very light. I need another one that I can smell. I guess I should go back to Nordstrom's and see if what they have. Uh, she's an artist, form a model. Anit Gutal, you're right. Folaville, very light. You know, where are they selling those? Would that be it's I used to see that at Barney's. Remember Barney's? Um, I would check Hermes Jardinier à Cifre. Okay. Do you think I have a pencil? No. Oh, I can look back at this um, because I'm going to check these out. Anit Gutal. I don't have a pen. Anit Gutal and Pleasure by Estée Lauder. Okay. You would love Neige by Lisa Walter, Canadian company. That's the problem. I tried sample of Burberry light. Okay. I'm going to try. You know what? I tried. Oh, this was another thing. While I was trying these samples, I was going all over up and down the aisles. And I went to Erin. Not the samples, the perfumes were old. They'd been there too long. This woman knew that. We smelled them and thought, oh, bad smells. They were old. How about that? I didn't know that they would go old. I thought that they would stay. I tried so many samples that just, ugh, unless it was my nose. I have no sense of smell, and I really need a light, clean, fresh scent. I'm almost 73 and don't want to smell old. Right. So what are we? So I need to do, you know what? I'll do some more testing. This is supposed to be fabulous, but you know what? Take somebody with you. What is your name? Jan. Jan, take somebody with you. Take, I'm trying to think of who, a daughter, a friend, um, anybody. Take a friend with you or go to, um, a reputable department store and tell them that you don't have a sense of smell, but you want to smell really light. Yeah, take a friend, take a neighbor, take a grandchild, take a granddaughter, take what have you got? Who can you go with? Let me know, Jan. Love pleasures. Try Hermes. Okay. Love pleasure. I didn't like it, and I've got it here. I think I've got it here, and it was okay, but it may be old because I got some of these. Estee Lauder sent me a number of perfumes during COVID, so they've been here. They've been in the light, so they're not smelling good, and I think they just got old. Um, Get racing. That is true. I need to take my daughter in live. She has excellent taste. See, Jan, I just solved your problem. And she would know what, and you know what else? She would smell you and know that it smelled good on you. Yay for daughters. Um, yes, it does smell different on people. You're absolutely right. And first of all, I think I've lost some smell in my nose. Well, where else would you lose smell? But I think that I think I've got dry skin. So, um, daughter-in-law, I bet, whatever it is, go with her. I lost sense of smell for 4 years after COVID. Yeah, I heard about that. Um, and you go through different periods in your life, and I think your body chemistry changes. Yes, and she would tell me the truth. Absolutely. And the same fragrance smells differently on. I always ask my husband, but I also want to surprise him. try some samples on your arm and walk around for about an hour. Sometimes perfumes change the skin chemistry. Mark the samples on your arm with a, sounds strange, but it works. I bet it does. Chemistry does change. So maybe as you get older, maybe your body absorbs things differently. As I say, I'm really enjoying this cashmere. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I know I switch around. I'm sorry, but it's casual today. I'm looking at the time. Um, right, it's casual. Um, what was I going to say? So, when people say, well, if you don't smell it, you need to layer it. I always thought that that was a sales tool because, oh, you can't smell this. Oh, well, buy the body lotion and buy the uh, shower wash and and I thought, what if I can't smell it? I'm not going to put more stuff on me. Am I right? I think that's ridiculous. I have I have strong body chemistry. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Does your body smell more? Maybe that's what it is. I don't think mine smells a lot. Charlotte Tilbury. Some people she did come out with a whole line of perfumes. I don't know how well they're doing. I don't know how good they are. Um, I I guess since what time is it now? So 11:46. So we're going to end soon. I think I think the answer is lighten up the smell, get something that is maybe more contemporary, um, that the old scents really smell old. Do not wear youth dew anymore. Don't put it in your bathtub. I think its time has come. Um, and some of those really strong smells, I think it's time to really lighten up. Um, Scents smell strong on me, strong body chemistry. They don't smell strong on me, so I must have weak body chemistry. So you have to be very careful, Jan, what you buy, and it has to be very light. Um, I love philosophy because they are very light, like Amazing Grace. So are they scents? Are they shampoo? What are they? I see them on, is it QVC or AM or HSM, but I don't know. Are they perfumes? I always thought that they were, excuse me, I'm thirsty. I always thought that they were, as I say, shampoos. Um, Nice ones. Scent smells strong on me. Love philosophy. Sometimes mixing some perfumes with Vaselines make it last longer. Well, isn't that interesting? You just take a little bit of Vaseline with perfume. That's a good tip. Huh? Because Vaseline, does it have a smell? I don't know. But they do say that it smells, things smell better when you have perfume on. No, no, when you've got body lotion on, because of the moisture in there. So I always wore cachet in high school. I used to wear that also. Doesn't this bring up, don't you love it? Abercrombie, Abercrombie 8 have been using it for years. Fresh and light. I'm going to write down all of these scents, and go check them out because this is so fascinating, learning about all of these scents. I did wear cachet, and I think it was either I know that my father-in-law and mother-in-law, yes, would go on cruises, and they'd always buy, I think it was cachet, on the trips and bring it home for me. Um, I wish they were doing that now. I'd give them some. Oh, but I don't think Le Labo is there. Um, so I think, well, I guess that's it. Um, oh, wait, one thing. What did you wear on your wedding? Do you remember the scent you wore? I wonder. I'm sure I probably wore L'air de Temps because I went through a big L'air de Temps phase. I wonder if it still smells good or if it's old smelling. Um, some businesses, docs, dentists don't want you wearing fragrance when you go in. Right. So much to say about scents. I agree with you. I mean, you could go on, right, Marlene? That's why I don't wear scents going into a doctor's office, because some people are allergic to it. It just doesn't seem like the appropriate place to wear scent. So I don't wear scent on those days. But maybe do I have, maybe if I have a body lotion that doesn't smell and I put it on and then put the perfume on, maybe that would be, make it last longer. Because I always worry. And you know what else? I should probably, one more thing to carry in your purse, I should probably carry a scent in my purse and put it on again. I don't, I put lipstick on throughout the day. I don't put makeup on throughout the day. I put makeup on in the morning and that's it. It's either got to last or it doesn't last. And I'm not that self-involved, I guess you'd say, that I put on perfume all day or I put makeup on all day. I just don't, it's just not, I'm too busy living life. I always wore cachet in high school. This is fun. So much to say about scents. And there's so many scents and it smells so different on everybody. But maybe this live is just kind of awakening you to a new pleasure for yourself. And that's it. You get older and you, as I say, drink the wine now, enjoy it now. What do you think of this nail polish? I'm surprised nobody's mentioned it. Well, it's not nail polish. I wear press-on nails, but I thought just do something outrageous. And I think these are fun and nobody wears this color. So I thought, I'm going to do it. So, you just want to smell fresh. Exactly. At my school, when we all used to, eau sauvage. So I've got to tell you about my grandkids. They were laughing. Love your nails. Great. Thank you, Des. Um, my grandkids, I was shocked. My grandkids went to Sephora and spent hours and hours there smelling every single scent. I've got to find out what they wound up with. But so he's a teenager. He's going to be 18. Maybe he's 18. And my granddaughter, I think she's 23. I've got to find out what they wound up liking. But you have to be careful putting perfume on several times because sometimes you don't smell it anymore, but others do. Exactly, your nose gets used to it. What about this? Did I tell you about, to get the scents, smelling vanilla beans or your Nespresso pods? Is that funny? I thought that was hysterical. You're right. Fun nails. I thought so too. I used to be more, what is the word? I used to be more, shall we say, dainty or, um, um, I didn't want to do anything too flashy or funny. Now I do. That's what happens. When they say, when I'm a grandmother, I will wear purple, I will wear chartreuse nails, right? But I'll wear light perfume. Um, you're fun, Sandy. I'm glad. Well, this is fun, isn't it? I just knew that we would talk about perfumes and everybody would have an opinion because everybody smells differently. And I thought, it's really fun. And perfume is fun. We always talk about makeup and mascara and stuff like that and lipstick, but we don't talk about scent. And it's such a personal, it's so out there with people. Somebody stands next to you. And don't you love, I mean, I have no shame. What the red is my signature color for lips, purses, nails. Go for it. Absolutely. I love red. Um, I love Cacharel. Anay. I love that too in my 20s. Also discovering it as a student in Paris. How exciting. What did you study? Nina. And it's still available. I remember Anay. Is it Anay? I loved it. Oh, and Cacharel. I loved it. Love those scents. And studying in Paris. What more does a person need? Oh, do you dress like a Parisian? Did it affect you? I mean, look at how many. Isn't this fun? It really is fun for me too. Um, art history. You know that I studied art history, and I'm an artist, and when I went to UCLA and graduated in art, they had a very very strong art history department, and I adored art history. And in fact, when I travel, I go to museums. I go to the place I want to go to has the museum I want to go to. And I remember going to um, Florence and walking on the Laurentian library steps and knowing that they were created by Michelangelo. Um, so I love art history. Okay, I also love yes, I remember, Ralph Lauren and French makeup. I've been wearing that, Typology, which is French makeup. Remember the video I did? Maybe you don't. The no makeup, the French no makeup, where I was wearing Typology, which is French makeup. Um, art history, Ralph Lauren. It really smelled good, and I remembered buying it. When you'd go to those fashion malls first started, and Ralph Lauren was in all in them, and I remember getting it there. Who else has a? Let's see. My first perfume at 18 was Fiji. I can't remember the brand. I think I remember that name. Then to Boudoir by Vivienne Westwood, fabulous designer. She recently passed away. I didn't even know that she had a perfume. Oh, this is Des. Well, but Des, so Des lives in Britain, but her grandmother lived in France. So I love listening to Des because she has this very posh British accent. And she also can pronounce French words perfectly because her grandmother was French. And so she lived in France for, I think, many years. Maybe I'm telling lies, but I just love listening to her. But so she knows things like Boudoir by Vivienne Westwood. Vivienne Westwood wasn't as big in LA as I'm sure it was in London, which is where her where she not lived, but where she designed. Um, Guy Laroche, yes, yes, I had typology. Hadn't used it for a while, but you inspired me to use it again because you look beautiful. Thank you. Typology has an interesting look. It really has this very soft look on you. It's not like the usual foundation. And I find myself it and so it's got a very soft look. It's a different look. Um, don't buy Salt and Stone body mists. Smells great, but lasts 2 minutes. Thank you, because I know Salt and Stone is very expensive. That's good to know because it's being pushed in, Erewhon market. So everybody's talking about Salt and Stone. I appreciate that. Everybody should listen. Well, thank you all. So you know what? I've been on for 57 minutes and 31 seconds and 34. Um, so I just want to thank you all for being here. You know what else? I want to thank the men and the women and the families of our members um, for Memorial Day. My husband was in the Marines and in the Air Force, and I thank them all for their service. Thank you. Um, hadn't for a while. Scented oils is very popular. I don't know where to buy scented oils. So I like the idea because I think scented oils would work well on me because of my dry skin. I guess I could look it up, couldn't I? You know? Um, so thank you all. Happy Memorial Day. Um, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if I was all over the place. I was just so excited. Thank you, and I'll see you again. This was fun. Thank you. Yes, remember our service members who gave it all. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So long.